What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today it is a day late, but we have the official skill card for Star Alchemist Holmes Young. Overall, he seems like he's going to be a very strong hero, more of a supporter hero. Kind of seems like he will synergize decently well with a sword flash, as in they're going for similar targets. But overall, he definitely looks cool. I'm excited to test him. We will be testing him live on Twitch tonight. At least I think we're going to do it on Twitch. I don't think we're going to be on YouTube tonight. We're still going to be on Twitch at least for a couple more months. Then I think we're going to bring all the streams back to YouTube. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, his abilities seem very poisonous. He poisons a lot of enemies. He even has abilities that are going to prevent enemies from using their active and basic skills, kind of like how Annabelle does it, but it affects basic attacks as well. So this could be really strong. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so we have Star Alchemist Holmes Young, the next Transcendence Mage. Now, normally we jump right into the active ability, but I want to skip that because there's a lot to it, and I want you guys to understand the passive abilities first. So, the Touch Memory is his first passive ability. Changes the basic attack, dealing damage to random enemies. I think it's 4 random enemies someone kind of leaked. Poisons them, dealing damage. Meanwhile, Self has a chance to obtain 1 bottle of Void Extraction or Star Prophecy. We'll go over those with the active skill, but just like he has it in normal form, he's going to get bottles when he uses his basic attack. His second passive is Eye of Destiny. When the battle starts and at the end of each round, he will have a chance to gain 1 bottle of Void Extraction Potion or Star Prophecy and a random chance at another bottle. So kind of like every round he goes, he has a chance to passively get them, plus when he's using his basic attack, he has a chance to get them as well, so pretty solid. And then we have Portal of Stars as well. For every 6 rounds, Self gains 2 bottles of Void Extraction Potion and Star Prophecy Potion, respectively. Meanwhile, clears all debuffs from himself immediately and restores himself 100 energy and 30% of max HP. So those are really, really good right here. You might think, but Barry, 6 rounds, that only happens twice a battle. Don't worry, like I said, everything revolves around the active ability with him. Okay, we're not going to worry about going down to the bottom just yet because there are some skill effect kind of clarifications and stuff. We want to go to the active because this is where everything happens with this hero. The Moment of Silence deals damage to backline enemies, afterwards poisons all enemies. So it's kind of like an Asmodel hit where he hits the backline and then he will poison everybody. I think the initial hit isn't poison, it's just a big 1000 attack or something like that hit. Meanwhile, consumes all self-owned potions and effects the effects of which are enhanced based on the type and number of potions. So this is where the potions come in. There's either a 1 bottle version or a 2 bottle version, depending on what he has. So for Void Extraction Potions, it is for the 1 bottle effect. Replaces the active skill with deals damage to all enemies. Afterward, poisons all enemies. Meanwhile, increases the dot for all enemies with the lowest HP. So that's really targeting and going after anybody that's super low on HP right there, which seems very, very strong. If you have 2 bottles or more, besides everything that happens with the 1 bottle effect, additionally increases the dot for all enemies. So that's going to be even more poison going out, which could be interesting. And then we have another one here, Star Prophecy Potion. This is going to be the really, I think, important one to kind of have. So at 1 bottle, there's a chance to inflict perceptual disorder. So before we even go further, it hits perceptual disorder on 1 enemy with the highest attack. Well, what does that actually do? Down here, you'll see the ability is a skill effect during its validity period. So as it's active, changes the active skill and the basic attack of the affected heroes to instead poisons one of their allies at random, dealing damage. So this is essentially, I think, in my opinion, the first time we've had a true confuse effect in the game, because Annabelle, of course, would change it so that the enemy would do like 1% attack damage and then heal your allies, whereas this one just doesn't even have your allies getting hit. So yes, he loses like the shapeshift ability that regular Holmes Young has, but instead you're getting an effect that is essentially like it's just making it so the enemy doesn't attack your own team. He will attack a team on himself, but of course it is not effective on bosses. So if you're talking about Sealand, you can't apply this to the bosses, but you can apply it to all the minions, which this could be very, very strong. So with those Star Prophecy Potions, this is going to go with the one enemy with the highest attack. Meanwhile, oh, I wonder if the boss in Sealand has the highest attack. I'm hoping it would just move to the next target, or would it just be useless? Interesting. Meanwhile, reduces the cooldown of the passive skill Portal of Stars. So that's the one that's essentially going to be the 6th round effect that I said. Remember, in the active ability, we're going to lower that from 6 rounds. So every time he uses the active ability, he's going to essentially be lowering that cooldown by 1. Now again, same with this one. 2 bottles and more are going to have every effect from 1 bottle. Plus, besides the effects of bottle 1, there is an extra chance to inflict perceptual disorder on the enemy not inflicted with perceptual order. So it's going to go to the next target with the highest attack. And you got to remember, this is the highest attack. So in PvP, this is going to be hitting like sword flashes and things like that. That's going to be pretty solid, because I don't think Sword Flash can dodge this with her dodge ability. It's just inflict. It's not hit. She can't dodge and inflict, I don't think. And yeah, it meanwhile increases all allies' attack and speed. That is huge. Additionally, reduces the cooldown on the passive skill again, the Portal of Stars, upon the next trigger. So that means this guy is going to be like lowered 2 times for 2 rounds. So this happens on the 4th round. So depending on if you can get like, this is going to be an interesting hero here. Because again, he loses the dove effect, which I really wish he still would have had the doves, because the doves are just so iconic to the Fortress faction. Maybe it would have been too strong, but if you can get enough Star Prophecy Potions, you can just kind of go off, and then the enemies aren't even dealing damage to you, which means number 1, Sealand Fortress is going to become a lot easier. I mean, if the enemies simply can't hit you, they're hitting their own allies. That's a huge survivability burst. You're not worried about doves breaking. It just seems like it's a better option. We'll have to see though, because I mean, I think he's going to be a very strong supporter on your team. I mean, this alone is like the cream of the crop. We don't even know how much damage he's going to do. He could do some crazy damage because we don't have the percentages here, plus tons of poison damage. I'm really wondering how this poison damage stacks up. I highly doubt this is going to be someone that can beat out Ithaca in a Delaciamari. But every time we see a dot, we're like, but maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. But it could. So hopefully you guys enjoy. So let me know what you guys think about the hero. Again, we will be building him on Twitch tonight. So come on by, take a live look, see what he's like. And I'll see you guys next time.